All right. Who'd like to kick off
You
with
want,
the reading?
I will do it.
All right.
This is
Thanks, Gloria.
Yeah. Okay, this is for all of you guys, and with a blessing, and I'm sending all this power towards you because you are the advancing people. And this message is about advancing person. And what it says is, what I have said in the last chapter applies to the professional and the wage earner, as well as to the person who is engaged in mercantile business. No matter what your profession, if you can give increase of life to others and make them sensible of this gift, they will be attracted to you and you will get rich. Woohoo! So, Rooney, did you hear that? I'm coming to the Caribbean. Physicians who hold the vision of themselves as great and successful healers and who work towards the complete realization of that vision with faith and purpose will come into such close touch with the infinite, they will be phenomenally successful. Patients will come to them in throngs. No one has a greater opportunity to carry into effect the teachings of this book than the practitioner of medicine. It does not matter which of the various schools this practitioner may belong to, because the principle of healing is common to all of them and may be reached by all. The advancing person in medicine who holds to a clear medical image of success and who obeys the laws of faith, purpose, and gratitude will cure every curable case undertaken, no matter what remedies may be used. In the field of religion, the world cries out for clergy who can teach their hearers the true science of abundance life. A person who masters the details of the science of getting rich, together with the allied sciences of being well, of being great, and of winning love, who teaches these details from the pulpit, will never lack for a congregation. This is the gospel that the world needs. It will give increase of life. People will hear it gladly and will give liberal support to the person who brings it to them. What is now needed is a demonstration of the science life from the pulpit. We want preachers who can not only tell us how, but who in their own persons will show us how. We need the preacher who is rich, healthy, great, and beloved to teach us how to attain these things, and when that person comes, a loyal following will transpire. The same is true of the teacher who can inspire the children with the faith and purpose of the advancing life. That person will never be without a job. And teachers who have their faith and purpose can give it to their pupils. They cannot help giving it to them if it is part of their own life and practice. What is true of the teacher, preacher, and physician is also true of the lawyer, the dentist, the real estate person, the insurance agent, of everybody. The combined mental and personal action I have described is infallible. It cannot fail. Every man and woman who follows these instructions steadily, perseveringly, and to the letter will get rich. The law of the increase of light is a mathematical certain in its operation as the law of gravitation. Getting rich is an exact science. The wage earner will also find this to be true. Do not feel that you have no chance to get rich because you are working where there is no visible opportunity for advancement, where wages are small and the cost of living is high. Form your clear mental vision of what you want and begin to act with faith and purpose. Do all the work you can do every day and do each piece of work in a perfectly successful manner. Put the power of success and the purpose of getting rich into everything that you do. However, do not do this merely with the idea of curing favor with your employer in the hope that your employer or those above you will see your good work and advance you. It is unlikely that they will do so. When you are merely a good worker, filling your place to the very best of your ability and satisfied that, you are valuable to your employer. It is not in the employer an interest to promote you. You are worth more where you are. To secure advancement, something more is necessary than to be too large for your place. It is certain you will advance when you are too big for your place and you have a clear concept of what you want to be. When you know that you can become what you want to be and are determined to be what you want to be. Do not try more than fill your present place with a view to pleasing your employer. Do it with the idea of advancing yourself. Hold the faith and purpose of increase during work hours. After work hours and before work hours, hold it in such a way that every person who comes in contact with you, whether foreman, fellow worker, or social acquaintance, will feel the power of purpose radiating from you. Hold the faith and purpose so that everyone will get the sense of advancement and increase from you. People will be attracted to you, and if there is no possibility for advancement in your present job, you will very soon see an opportunity to take another job. There is a power which never fails to present opportunity to the advancing person who is moving in obedience to the law. God cannot helping you if you act in a certain way. He must do so in order to help himself. There is nothing in your circumstances or in the industrial situation that can keep you down. If you cannot get rich working for a conglomerate, you can get rich on a 10-acre farm. And if you begin to move into that certain way, you will certainly escape from the clutches of the conglomerates and get on the farm or wherever else you wish to be. If a few thousand of its employees would enter upon a certain way, a company would soon be in a bad plight. It would have to give its workers more opportunity to go out of business. Nobody has to work for inadequate pay. The company can keep people in so-called hopeless conditions only so long as they are those who are too ignorant to know of the science of getting rich or too intelligently slothful to practice it. Okay. Thank you. I'll give somebody else a turn.
I can go.
Thanks, Kathy.
Begin this way of thinking and acting, and your faith and purpose will allow you to quickly see any opportunity to better your condition. Such opportunities will speedily come because the Supreme Power working in everything and working for you will bring opportunities to you. Do not wait for an opportunity to be all that you want to be. When an opportunity to be more than you are now is presented and you feel impelled toward it, take it. It will be the first step towards a still greater opportunity. There is no such thing possible in the universe as a lack of opportunities for a person who is living the advanced life. It is inherent in the constitution of the cosmos that all things shall be for your advancing and work together for your good. And you must certainly get rich if you act and think in a certain way. So let wage-earning men and women study this book with great care and enter with confidence upon the course of action I prescribe. You will succeed. You will get rich. Oh, that's it. The end.
Yeah, it's a little one, isn't it? So question 1 asks, what impression should the professional person seek to give and why?
Well, I got that from line 4. It says, if you can give increase of life to others and make them sensible of this gift, they will be attracted to you and you will get rich.
Yep, pretty straightforward, isn't it?
Yep.
What do you think it means by, and make them sensible of this?
I think it's make them realize, help them understand.
Yeah.
And also you're giving them increase, and then they're going to want to be around you.
Yep. Yep. It's interesting how he goes on then to talk about doctors and how just the faith of the doctor to healing the person is really going to be the thing that heals them. And any doctor who has that feeling of going the extra mile and giving increase will be the one who will be able to cure every patient of every ailment, basically, he says.
Yep.
So I thought that was a really good point.
I also liked what he said about the ministers, from the pulpit, and if they could preach this message. And you just think what a better world this would be.
Yeah, so I think it's going to take some life coaches instead.
Yeah. I was listening to Carolyn Mace, and she was saying that, religion as we know it, she's in like the Hay House Summit, and I listened to her. She was saying that religion as we know it is coming to an end.
Yeah.
So it'll just be spiritual nature. instead of organized religion. It was interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be good for people to have a bit more freedom and get away from a lot of the traditions if that's what they choose to do. Some people are
Yep.
happy in that, and if it's good, if it works for them, then fine.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I noticed in this chapter? I didn't go back and count them, but he put faith and purpose, faith and purpose, faith and purpose all the way through several times.
Yeah.
Yeah. So believing that you're going to get that, well, what he calls formless substance is basically universal intelligence. So believing that you're going to get that guidance from universal intelligence and having that purpose, that pinpoint focus of what you want to do with your life. Two really key, you know, faith, having the faith that it's going to happen and knowing exactly what you want. Having a clear picture.
Yep.
So question 2, what should a worker do when there is no visible chance for improvement?
I put line 55. Form your clear mental vision of what you want and begin to act on it with faith and purpose. And keep moving forward.
Yep.
You could also start to do, visualize, imagine yourself being where it is you'd like to actually be.
Yep.
Bring it into the present and the moment. And, add, emotions to that, as if it's real, and being really grateful for what it would be like once you already have it.
That's really good, Cal. Is that Callie?
Yes.
Callie, that is right on. You know why? It's because there's a frequency, there's an energy that is exuded, emitted from you when you take that stand and say, when you focus on what you really want and see yourself already there, even though you're not there physically, this is what enhances this movement, moves you away from the compromise and the lack of growing in any direction, because there is where you can take your exit and create something in your visual first, because then it becomes the reality.
Yep, and one of the ways you can do that is with your physiology, like
Yeah.
even when you're cooking dinner, just think of yourself, okay, I'm that person doing that thing right now. So, take on the posture of that person and take on the attitude of that person. And, there might be a messy bench top, clean it up while you're waiting for the sausages to sizzle or whatever it is. So get yourself into the actions of that person now as you're going through your day-to-day stuff that you do. And like Laurie said, then you'll be exuding that vibration.
Yeah, it's also important, to be present, with what is, so as to not be having opposing energies going on, with your emotions. Just like, being finding the polar opposite of what you don't like, of what is the actual present reality, at the same time of recreating that you're anticipating for.
Yeah, so it is good to use the things that you don't want now to know what you do want.
Mm-hmm.
And
Sure.
to take those on as your reality rather than what's actually is your reality that you don't want. If that makes sense.
Well, yeah, that's true, but there's also that aspect that I was trying to convey is find the good out of the bad, find the good out of the not so good. There's some little piece of aspect that's good about it. What is it serving? It's serving you for, like what you're saying, bringing forward what you do want. It's another perspective.
Okay,
Yeah.
That's good. That's great. Converting the bad into the good. I hear my thoughts.
Yeah, especially with people, you know, when you're dealing with people who may not be giving you good vibes or making you feel too crash hot, you can always find something good.
Can I say something?
Yep.
Nicole, when you started this call, you said you're trying to do something in the future, and eventually it will come. You see, eventually it will come. And I got the sense like there is no future, there is no past, there is only the now. So by it's not only for you, but if we choose our words and we think about the future and we project our dreams in the future, then we will not reach it. You see, because what I realized this week is there is no future, there is no past, there's only the now. So if, like what we are studying, that they say you have your dream, then the dream can only be in the now. So if there is no future, no past, there is only the now, then if I have a dream, the dream can only be in the now. And what I realized is the thing you have to do, and I think this chapter also talks about it, is you have to move to that dream. You have to see the dream now. You have to live the dream now. You have to think only about the dream now. Okay, when you see different difficult things, and this is what I did this morning actually, when you see different things, negative people, negative emotions, current situation, what you can do is you can use that information, that situation, to burn as a fuel to enter your dream. So you have the vision. If you believe that it is only now, the dream cannot be in the future or in the past. The dream is ready. It is right here. When you encounter a bad situation, a bad thing, you use that. You can use that as a fuel to enter your dream. You see, so whatever situation, that's what the other person said like that. Whatever situation is in front of you, you use it. You say, come on, situation, come to me, because I need more fuel to enter my dream, because my dream is in the now, and I have that vision. So imagine living your life like that. I will just keep it short, but imagine living your life like that, like I'm only in the now, the dream is in the now, I don't see it, but I have faith. And then whatever situation which enters my path right now, I'm going to use it as a fuel. If it is positive, I'm going to use it to enter the dream quicker. And if it's negative, I need more fuel to enter it. That's what I did this morning. I was having a big project where I said, okay, I don't feel motivated, etc. And I used that project as a fuel to enter my dream for my Porsche 911. So I said, okay, this project, this negative project, I'm going to use it as a fuel to burn to get to my Porsche. That's what I want to say.
That's a good point, actually, and it talks about that too in line 58, or from 57. Do all the work you can do every day, and do each piece of work in a perfectly successful manner. So yeah, you're using it as a platform or like a practice round, I guess, for the energy that you exert within your dream. So that's a good point. Good point. So question 3 asks, what would happen to a company if a few thousand of its employees entered upon a certain way?
Now that confused me because, I haven't read the whole book because I just joined, a couple weeks ago. So I was thinking like the certain way was acting with the law. So I was thinking, well, if you're acting with the law, wouldn't the company benefit from everyone being in that positive energy? So that's where I thought maybe there's something I'm not understanding.
Yeah, I think he's talking about, and I can't find the line where it is now. I think he's talking about if the company didn't have any inclination to offer more to the employees, that by law they would need to receive more because they're giving more, and if the company's not giving it to them, it would come from somewhere else. So he would eventually lose all of his employees.
Ah, that makes sense.
But if he was a smart company, he would look after them and keep them and end up with a brilliant company, like exactly how it should work.
Okay.
Yeah. And I can't find the line where it is because I didn't write the line.
I marked it on my computer, but I printed out the pages blank, so I'm like, where is that?
There's a certain way, the emphasis about, doing things a certain way, and on things in a certain way. The concepts spoken about on that mark, that would definitely get people to being more responsible and reliable if they truly got passionate with it.
The certain way is he mentioned it, I think from the first chapter, but he never tells you exactly what the certain way is. But I think the certain way is looking through appearances. So looking through appearances, like what is happening right now, the current state, it's not real. It's just, I'm creating. That's also the certain way. I'm in the creative mode and not in the competitive mode. The second thing of the certain way is just raising your energy all the time. So indeed, it has to do with the laws. And I'm also studying the 11 laws. And Bob Proctor has a series of videos about that, the 11 laws. But the certain way is actually not, it is not the competitive way. It is not thinking like there is limited opportunities. The certain way is thinking about abundance. And the certain way is also believing that your dream is actually real, that it is already done, that you have this power. I think that's the certain way. What the certain way, what it is not, is complaining. When you are complaining, for instance, then you are not acting the certain way. So it is not I don't know if you guys found a definition of what a certain way is, but I think it's a very important one. But I didn't find one. I only found it through the chapter so far.
I think it's acting in accordance with the law is the certain way.
Yes.
But that's all. That's as far as I've gotten. So don't ask me anymore.
Yeah, so one of the laws is cause and effect. So what you put out, you get back. So if you're expecting to get back a bounty, you need to be putting out a bounty. It's one of the laws. And he mentions having faith a lot through here. And there's a line in this chapter where it says, in line 88, there is a power which never fails to present opportunity to the advancing person who is moving in obedience to law. God cannot help helping you if you act in the certain way. He must do so in order to help himself. And in previous chapters, he's talked about how what we want is a reflection of what the Creator wants, and so by doing what we want, we're actually helping the expansion of the Creator. So there is another law, which is having faith in our work here on the earth as co-creators of the universe.
Yeah. One question. The certain way, yeah. People like Bob Proctor, they really act a certain way, isn't it? I mean, at least when they are on stage. I don't know if he's like that all the time, but you feel that he's empowered. He's all the time he is conscious about his creative power, isn't it? He never falls in a negative, complaining or competitive way. I think he's always in the creative. He's always aware of who he is actually.
Well, he's done that by taking and training his subconscious mind by all the study and the reciting of the different chapters and working with the laws. So he's become that energy. So he doesn't have to think about it anymore. Doesn't have to work at it anymore, because he can and utilize, you know, daily habits of reading and study, contemplating, and doing, you know, some quiet time and focusing on what his target is and the steps that he's going to be taking each day. So he's got himself in alignment, being congruent with that, with the universal laws that way. And that's how thinking in a different way operates. You know, if you get yourself set up in a way, you know, you have some kind of a system or structure similar to like that, then it does set you up for where it just becomes second nature.
Yeah. And you know what? Yeah, Rooney, it's Gloria. I just wanted to say something that I saw yesterday with Bob, and what he starts his day with, he always writes down 10 things he's grateful for, and then he sends 3 blessings out to people. He writes out who he wants to send love to today. And he said when he starts that, no matter what, when you're an Oscar winner, people become an Oscar or gold medalist through training and repetition. And he's had 50 years of repetition, so it becomes natural to him. You know, this is his natural habitat inside of himself. And so he just lives it because he's already there. And this is where I think we all hope to be. And the way we do that, I think, is see to serve more to others than we can for ourselves. How can I make a difference in somebody else's life? Because as you give out, it's always coming back anyway. And you never know where it's coming from.
I see that I can concur with that, because I see that repetition, when you have a lot of repetition, you start programming, you reprogram your mind. And what I realized is, you know, I had a lot of education and all those kind of things, but those education, as an economist, I got to learn, like, okay, there is scarcity. You see, so through your whole training, you learn, like, okay, there is scarcity, there is only land, and there are opportunities. And now what I need to do is just reprogram myself with other things, and I think by doing that, by repetition, etc., and by reading a lot of, you know, the same kind of books, not all kind of books, but reading the kind of books, and then starting routine, there comes a certain time when you are just you're acting a certain way, and then life can just throw you again back in the competitive mode. But the more you practice, the more conscious you will become, and the more, so you can get there. My point is, you can get not there, you can get here, you can enter the certain way, always, but people like Bob Proctor, they enter it more quicker. They are in it more quicker. But we as students, what we can do is we can enter it. It is not something in the future you can do. You can just enter it and then start to stay in there more. And when you will recognize when you are in, because when you are acting a certain way or thinking a certain way, then everything will flow. You see, so if you are creating and everything is flowing through you, then you are actually in that certain way. You are doing that. And the only thing I think we can do is continue practicing. It is not something that you will achieve in the future. It is something like by reading it all the time, sometimes, eventually it will just click and you say, hey, I'm in.
Yeah. Rooney, yeah, that's a really good point, because when you are learning to downhill ski, or when you're learning to water ski or anything, when you get up on those skis, you aren't perfect right then, and you can fall down a lot. like a child that starts walking. It's the same thing. But once, you know, you think of the training to run a marathon, and when you think of training and lifting weights, you can lift 10 pounds, and then you can lift 20 pounds, and then you can go up and up and up. And I think this is the awareness, bringing from the unconscious to the consciousness, because that's where all the dreams, the goals, and the ideas exist. And when we can get ourselves out of the way and not be concerned about what's in it for us, but what we can do to enhance humanity in a way that everybody will prosper, we will initially and absolutely prosper in kind. Because the same seed that we plant in other people's lives will return 100-fold into our lives. Because that's how the universe operates. He says, your barns will always be filled, pressed down, shaken, and overflowing. And this morning, I took a bike ride about 10 kilometers to meet a couple that are doing essential oils, but they're not in my line of network marketing. But when I met them, I said, you know what? We are not competitors. We are creators. And his eyes lit up. And they only have the essential oils. He's into fitness. And now he's really curious about the water. He wants to come and add this to his business. I didn't even tell him about the water. He just asked me what I was doing. And I said, I want to help you grow your business. And he looked at me. He says, boy, where did you come from? And so I was thinking of the enhancement. And if we can do that in our lives and not use words that are doubtful or that I should or I could or I would be, if we can only say that right now we are in the now, and if we can come through love and abundance and only think an abundant consciousness, then everything will come to us now. Because as Earl Nightingale says, once you have thought about it, it's already there. It's just not physically showing up yet. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yep.
So Gloria, how does it feel to be there now? Great, because I feel that you are in it.
What's that? What's that? I'm sorry.
You are in it.
Yes, I'm in
your
it.
Vibe is high. Your vibe is high.
Thank you, Rooney. And I already see myself. Just give me a little shack somewhere on the beach with a tap, and I'll hook up my water, and I just go for it. I am already there because the love that I have to contribute back and to give this purpose to people, to heal them and enhance their life is my purpose. The money will come anyway, because if I can enhance and love these people and show them an alternative way, can you imagine how beautiful and how much health and healing would be in this world that is so discouraged and disrupt and corrupt and so on. And I want to take the other path to say, yes, we have purity, we have life, we have love, and we can give from our hearts. And we only use tools. We all have tools. And as soon as we have a thought where we're struggling or we're this or we're that, get that word out of the way and say, oh, I'm really so happy and grateful now that I have this, I have that, I already have it. And how can I help my colleague? When I told them they're on a different line than I am in networking, because you know how it works, and they couldn't believe that I would do this for them. And I said, we're creators, we're not competitors. And they just looked at me and they said, when can I come over? It's so wonderful, because it's our ego, our expectations to think that we are in control of everything. But when we get out of the way and we get our egos out of the way and we only give what's in our hearts to give to others, as you pay it forward, and that's a wonderful movie, by the way, we can have anything we want because our inside is radiant and the vibe is so high that we're attracted like magnets. Isn't that wonderful? That's my philosophy. But
it's true. It's true.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a really encouraging couple of lines in the chapter here on gratitude from line 83. It says, the creative power within us makes us into the image of what we give our attention to. And then it says, we are thinking substance. And thinking substance always takes the form of that which it thinks about. So, when you hear people saying you become, you attract what you are, well, we really do.
What line was that?
Line 83 in the chapter on gratitude.
Oh, no wonder I couldn't see it.
Hey, and there is a chapter. I think it's the first one, the first chapter, where it says a man, but it can also be a woman, has never thought about doing exactly what he sees the Father doing. You see, so a man or a woman creates things out of raw material which he sees, but he has never thought that he can do like the Father. So that means, Nicole, indeed, we are thinking stuff, and God is thinking stuff. God created the world, so we are exactly the same as him. But when you are born, you don't think that you are not taught about that. You see, you are taught like, okay, you're human, and there's nothing you can do. But what I have learned is that you are thinking stuff, and we are a vibration. And if you look at the water of Gloria and you look down deep in us, you see vibration only. So that thinking stuff, you can take care of the thinking stuff. And you can create, when you create a dream, you're actually putting that dream in thinking stuff like the Father does it. You see? So whatever happens around you, whatever negativity, whatever comes situation, you are thinking stuff. And if you focus on the dream and on your vision, then that will become, you will become that dream, and you will be, the dream will become you, basically. But we are never taught that. So that's why I'm trying to focus my mind. Not I'm trying to focus my mind. I'm focusing my mind. I'm choosing my word wisely. Because everything I do, I think about, will materialize. So everything I think about will materialize. So imagine that power. We have that power. We are all creators. So you are creating your world. I believe, I strongly have faith in that. We are creating our world constantly in the now.
How's that turning out for you, Rudy?
It's turning out because I used to have fear, but the fear, there was fear. When you have your own business, you have fear of stretching, you have fear of moving, but I realized that fear is just an indication that you are growing. So until the last I think we have been doing this 3 months now, there's no fear, or sometimes it pops up, but I just use it as, okay, we have to do this anyway. So it changed, and where I am now is that I start believing that whatever I think, whatever I dream of, is actually a reality. And I'm seeing the moves. You see, I wanted to this year. I wanted to do more online, and I'm just doing it. And there is business online coming. And the last week, I took a decision, an example of a decision. I targeted people on Facebook, but before that, I used to target people. Where are they living? You know, male, female. But then now I targeted them, the people who liked Science of Growing Rich. You see, so I'm targeting people who are like me. I want people I want to coach people that are just thinking about the life and that they are interested, etc. So I'm not targeting them anymore on the physical things. I'm targeting them on the not physical things, how they think, how they are interested. You see, so those things have changed, because otherwise I would just target them for money, for where do they live. Now they live in the Caribbean or in Canada and United States, but I just target them about basically what their vibration is. And hopefully so I'm seeing results already, because I'm seeing business coming to me, and I'm seeing my dream realized. And I posted it also for you. One of my dreams is, drive that car, and that car is just a goal. You see, it's not materialistic, but you have seen how close that car was to me. You see? So I'm seeing all those kinds of things around me change. And like Gloria said, you just have to you have to give it first, and then you will get it.
Right. How is the thinking in a certain way, what it's done for you so far?
Sorry, I didn't hear that, Kelly.
How has thinking in a certain way, with the way the principles have been teaching us, how has it benefited you so far?
Oh, you're directing that to me? Or to
anyone that wants to respond. Anybody.
So
anyone who hasn't spoken yet about it.
Yeah. Anyone have anything they want to share? For me, it has changed me from a person who struggled to have a conversation with another adult to someone who I can sit here and run this study. I coach people. I have a successful business which I've been running for 8 years, and I'm offer the most service within my business than anyone in my district. I feel more confident within myself. I'm happy within myself. I feel satisfied with where I'm going and where I'm at. So lots and lots of things. If you can just have that faith and have the focus, they're the two things really. You need to have the focus of where you're going and have the faith that when you have that focus, that our Creator will help you to do it. It will happen. There is no doubt about it. Even within yourself, the way you feel, you'll be guided to better ways of feeling.
Yeah, that's great. How about you, Julie?
Hi, Kelly.
Hi. How have these principles been helping you? I'm thinking in a way, the way the principles teach us.
Well, everybody has their short-term goals and their long-term goals. And I worked really hard on one of my short-term goals, which is getting my first diploma. I'm working towards my bachelor, so I have to have my first diploma if I want to keep studying. You can stay in the school and work towards your bachelor. But if you don't get your first diploma within 2 years, you have to leave. So I wrote on my whiteboard first diploma, which we call here in the Netherlands propedeuse. I wrote it on a paper a few times, like 10 times, repeated it, and I took action. So I worked every day really hard, go to school, come home, go to school, come home. And yesterday I got the grade of the last course that I had to pass to get my first diploma. And for every course you can get a 1 or a 10, which 1 is really low and 10 is really high. 10 means you have everything right. For my last course, I got a 7.2, meaning I got my first diploma.
Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations.
Wow, wonderful. How amazing.
I got it.
Wow.
Like yesterday I was on my way to class, and we have a WhatsApp group from me and my classmates, and they say, hey, the grade is online. So I checked it. I got so emotional, and I just saw that 7.1, 7.2. I called, it was, I think, 6:30 in the morning at Aruba, but I just woke her up. I was like, Mom, I got your last grade. I passed. So I got my first diploma. I got it.
Way to go. That's awesome. Feels
So in about 4 years back in the Caribbean.
I don't know yet. Maybe I'll stay here. I don't know yet. Or someone else. I'll go to UK or US. I don't know, somewhere else.
I have.
Why not?
The world is your oyster.
So this thing works. It's a proof.
Yeah. And it also takes effort on our part, you know. We have to put the effort in to get the reward back.
Definitely take action.
Yep. So well done.
Thank you.
Anyone else want to share?
Gloria's not here?
I'm here. What would you, what was the, yes, is that since Facebook, or did you want to know, since we've been taking this course, what has transpired? Is that what the question was?
I think since you've been applying this learning.
Oh, since I've been applying.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, since I've been applying, I think when I packed 2 suitcases and got on a plane on April 10th and didn't know where I was going. I didn't even know where I was staying, what it looked like, and all I knew is that I wanted to be in downtown Vancouver because I would know that I wouldn't have a car to be able to access the community that I needed to be involved in as far as my business. So what I did is I packed 2 suitcases. I came to Vancouver, and this friend that I haven't met for 6 years, she had on Facebook saw me with my profile and everything and wanted to connect with me and offered me her apartment downtown. And she offered it to me for 200 Canadian a month. Because she said she can go and stay somewhere else. And and I'm right like in the most beautiful area with a farmer's market. And then I was able to buy a bike. So I went and got a beautiful cruising bike so that I could bike around. And then I got on then I went and bought a new Kangen machine. And I came up to Kelowna on the bus with a bike and the Kangen machine and 2 suitcases and a backpack. And now I am connecting with all these people that are so open, like this morning, that want to do business with me and that are just in a vibration that I guess I'm attracting because I'm just letting go of any analytical ways of thinking. And so I am just trusting the process. When I got to Vancouver, I wanted to, on my vision card, I think I told you guys when we were starting, and I had put this on my website, I wanted to do a master chef class, a raw food class, but I didn't know where that would be. I was looking for a spiroli, which makes raw zucchini, with a zucchini that makes raw spaghetti and pastas and so on. And I happened to ask my instructor that I had a certification in 2010, and she had 1 more space left in this class of 8, and this would be the last class she would be teaching. And so I manifested the finances to go and take this week course, an intense certified master chef on hands life skills course. so that I could apply this. And while I was in the class, I also thought of essential oils for ingesting. So, you know, when you have orange chocolate, you have mint chocolate. When you take the strawberries and you dip them in the coconut or the cacao chocolate, you can have different flavors. And I wanted to enhance this by taking that course. And sure enough, this lady, Charito, now who is another business partner, was there to offer the presentation of how to use these essential oils for culinary arts. And so now she's coming up on the 23rd, so that we do workshops at a beautiful hotel on the water. And I have a booth on the 15th of May. I have a booth to do my Kangen water presentation. It's actually a trade show. So that's what's happened since I've been here on the 10th of April.
Wow.
Hello. That's all that's happened, and I wonder how I'm managing my energy. I guess it must be all that chocolate I'm eating and drinking the Kangen water. So, and then yesterday I got a call from this physiotherapist who wants to go to the Caribbean and work with me for a water academy in Rooney's backyard. And I'm saying, Rooney, do you have a tent in your backyard? Because we're coming. And so I'm going to post. I'm going to post this on Facebook for all you guys, and I'm saying, wow, it's so breathtaking to be sitting on the beach in the Caribbean. I am so happy and grateful. I am so happy and grateful to have been offered a raw food kitchen to hold raw cacao chocolate classes. I have been offered a place to open a Kangen Water Academy. Everybody is so hydrated and so healthy and so happy.
Really?
Yes.
I like it.
Gloria, I will just pick you. Gloria, I will of course pick you up in my yellow Cabrio Porsche 911.
Okay. All right. I love it. Well, we just need a place to stay first. So, do you have a beach front or something, or maybe you have a hammock or something?
By then we will have it.
Well, that might be tomorrow. No, I'm kidding. So anyway, if you guys look at Facebook, I'm presenting this, and when you read it, this is how I'm thinking now. Because if you guys watch 19 Minutes with Earl Nightingale, and he says, when you've already thought it, it means it's already done. And what happens to our human minds, our ego, we are thinking that until we see it physically, it's not happening yet, but it's already happened, because when you take a seed and you're going to plant a carrot, it's already growing. It just hasn't come through the ground yet. So see ourselves the same way. And I really encourage each one of you to just walk in that faith and that persistence to know it's already there. And so when our language comes out and say, oh, look at how the roots are growing. Isn't this wonderful? And so when I'm posting on this today, when you see it, it's as if I'm already there. And it makes people curious. And what happens is the frequency rises up and people become curious, and then they're investigating and they want to be part of this tribe, because they're trying to figure out what's going on, because it's not normal.
I think what happened to me is that I start playing more. You know, before I thought like, okay, there is a dream and there is reality, but what is training and reading these books has done for me is that I have realized that dream and reality are one. You see, so I cannot explain it to you, but it is like the faith that dream and reality are just one. And that, like Gloria just said, you are just there. The moment you think about it, the moment you create, it's already there. It's not in front of your eyes. You don't see it yet, but it is already there. So it's like a strong belief. No, it's a strong knowing that there is no difference between dream and reality. But sometimes what happens is you have a dream and then you are pulled back and you look around you and you think that is real. But the laborious part is that thinking through appearances. So I've become more that, and I think also what Gloria has taught me to, that I think I write in pictures. So Gloria taught me that you all taught me something, but in this course, Gloria, in this reading, Gloria taught me that I write in pictures. So I write stories and I write in pictures, and that's what I'm using more and more. You see, I'm putting that in my life. So no fear anymore, just doing it, just being it.
Yeah, I just think it's so awesome. And you know what? When I think I've been offered a place to open a Kangen Water Academy, and then everyone is so happy and hydrated and healthy, enjoying all the elements that are right before us, what you think about, you bring about. So what do you want and what is your dream? That's what I wrote on Facebook. Is that okay?
Yeah.
You have to be mindful about what we think about.
So let's keep the high vibes. And when we get ourselves and analyze, you know, because what happens is we've been so conditioned by other people and about their thinking of us and, you know, what they think. You know, what they say is what people think about me is none of my business. And when we can get off that track and only put on alignment, because as Earl Nightingale says in The Strangest Secret, there's a 30-day challenge called The Strangest Secret. You Google it on YouTube. If you guys were to watch this, and he will tell you, like, just get off that other track. And once you have sown that seed, it's already yours. You just have to go and get it. You have to show up.
Gloria, what's the title?
It's The Strangest Secret, and it's called The 30-Day Challenge in YouTube.
Okay, thank you.
And if you watch that and watch it every day for 30 days, because I've been doing this because I have a coach that was wanting me to teach this, but I have too many other things going, but I still listen to it every day when I can. Watch this and get all the other stuff out of your mind about anything that lowers your frequency. Just remove it like a blackboard, because there's no blackboard in the sky. The blackboard is right in front of your nose. And when you put it on the wall, put the blackboard on the wall and only write the words that are going to enhance and encourage and bring you up as if you're already there. And that's why I'm putting up this message on Facebook so that everybody can be curious, because I don't care what they think. I know what I think, and I'm coming from a high frequency of love and purpose. And if I live that life, then I am available for those who want to connect to this energy. And if they don't, then they're not in my alignment. Because when you see yourself in a boat with dropping the oars and going downstream instead of going upstream against the current, can you imagine how beautiful that is? And when I saw Rudy in that video and he was on his sailboat, I was so envious. I said, no, you're not going to be there too long, because I'm getting on a sailboat down there. And I'm going to go scuba diving, and I'm going to go scuba diving, and I'm going to go get a lobster. So that's about it. Hey.
Right. I'm glad I inspired you to have your own sailboat in the Caribbean.
I just love your video. Rudy, I love your video. That energy, if we all have that and we help each other, and then we all put a goal that we all meet there, and then we all celebrate the science of getting rich, because we're all rich, and we all have talents. Can you imagine? Every one of us has such beauty within us and talents. We can have whatever we want. And I finally got it, but I had to get out of Germany. I had to get on that plane, not even know I'm going into the unknown. And you know what? There's a fear factor, and there's called comfort zone. And I said, well, until you know, when you're out of the comfort zone, you never really live, because you're caught in this trap. So we need to get out of these mouse traps, and we need to kind of be the eagle and fly and write down what we want. And you know what, where I am right now, I just look back and I said, oh, I'm so happy and grateful that I'm here right now in this place at this time, because the next journey is going to be getting on a plane going to the Caribbean. And now I'm watching all the videos, and Rooney put on a video of his place where he is with all the colorful buildings. I watched Turks and Caicos, I watched St. Bart's, and I said, oh my God, look at how these people are living. What the heck am I doing? What am I doing here? What the heck? going around beer gardens and watching people drink beer and eat sausages when I'm a raw food chef. Hello, that just doesn't match. Oh, I love it. Oh, it's also breathtaking. Isn't it so wonderful? And you know what, Rooney, and anybody else that wants to come, Rooney, you need me to open doors for your business, just give me your yellow Porsche and I'll go around and show up and ask people, you know, hire this guy.
Okay.
He's hot. He's the hottest guy around, and he just knows what he's doing. Yeah. So that's what you do. That's what you do. You just give it away. Yeah.
Yes.
So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Nice story.
Do you feel the energy? Do you feel the energy all? Do you feel her energy?
Absolutely.
She's coming. Not overanalyzing, but what I realize is you can come from your dream. So you can live now and go to your dream. But there is somebody, one of them, I think it is Godard, one of those new thought leaders, or those old leaders, thought leaders. He said you have to come from your dream. So what Gloria is doing, not without overanalyzing it, she's already there. So she's talking to us right now, but she's already in the Caribbean. What I feel,
I'm already there.
What I feel is she's not. It is not an option that she says, "Okay, I'm going to do this in the future. I'm going to do this." What she does is she's coming from her dream. So Gloria is already in her dream, in the now, and she's talking from us. Like, okay, guys, she's talking from her dream to us. That's another way of being here and going through your dream. So I think the best thing you can do, or one of the things you can try, is live in your dream and then see your life from your dream. You see it? Live your dream as if it's already there, and then talk to me from your dream.
Wow. Yeah, so Rooney, I put your name down. I said, I'm so happy and grateful to be offered a raw food kitchen from Rooney to hold a raw cacao chocolate classes.
I'll make that happen, Gloria. I will make that happen.
I know, to hold ongoing. Yeah, so you know what? I don't know. Ongoing, it's a gong show or it isn't a gong show, whatever. So check out Facebook, you guys, because it's all there. That's my story, and that's what I want to embrace you guys with. You guys are so awesome. You are so vibrant. You know what? And we get our flesh out of the way, and we just soar in the spirit, and we can have whatever we want. And I had so many limits before because I was under my wonderful husband's vibration of you know, the diplomat that really likes to keep things in control, but he's so good to me. And I had to step out, like, you know what, I had to step out in the ocean and swim and see where I could go. And so I've just pasted this, and Rooney, I just asked you if you could just find me a nice kitchen. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I hope they have chocolate down there.
What would the Caribbean be without chocolate?
Do they have chocolate down there? I know they have salt mines in Turks and Caicos, but do they have chocolate in?
They have cocoa. They have cocoa, and the Caribbean is the place where chocolate grows on trees.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. We're going to pick them and do it. Oh my gosh. Can you just imagine? You guys all want to come, you know, come along. We'll just get a big place like a community center, and we can all sleep in there and enjoy the essence of this beauty. I mean, even if it's for a month, who cares? I don't know. You're all invited. Can you imagine this energy? It's just buzzing. And I just want to share whatever I have because I want to leave this legacy of love and purpose and health and wellness. So that's me. Yeah.
Nice.
Right.
There's a really nice line in line 116 that I wanted to share, and it says, "There is no such thing possible in this universe as a lack of opportunities for a person who is living the advancing life."
Yeah. Oh, isn't this amazing? Oh, I love it.
Sometimes you feel like, oh, okay, I have to hurry because otherwise this will not be true. And sometimes I also have that. But on this is a comfort sentence. You know, whatever you're doing, if you are following your vision, what you are here to do, whatever, when you are doing that, there is basically no time problem.
Exactly.
There is no plan.
Exactly.
There is no time problem. Start doing it now. Forget about your fear. There are no fears. There is only abundance.
So Rooney, what is your website? Because I'm going to tell them, anybody who wants to to find their dream life in the Caribbean, call Rooney. What's your website?
I will tell you that website.
Oh,
thanks.
Well, I have to send it into Facebook now. What is it? It's called yourdreamcoach.com.
MyDreamBusinessCoach.com, and all you can all put your name also, put your services, because otherwise, if there is this on YouTube, it will think like we are marketing it, Gloria.
No, I'm not marketing it. I'm just saying, and if you want to find your dream life in the Caribbean, call Rooney. That's all.
Yes.
Is there something wrong with that?
That's good. Thanks.
Is that not good?
That's great.
Can we not? We can't do that, or is that not acceptable?
Well, it's better to do it on the side of the study call. Unless everybody's decided that it's going to be.
Whatever service, I would say this. You can cut it out, but whatever service you are doing, don't do it here. But you can express it to the world. It's time to express your service to the world. It's time we have a desire. The first one is the desire. The second one is then you imagine about the desire. The third one is faith. Have faith in your desire. But the fourth one is express it to the world what you're doing. And it is not marketing, but what are you here for to deliver? If you do not express it, no, let me say, when you express it to the world, then people will come to you. So what is it that you have to share, to add value to the world? And it doesn't have to be in a commercial business. It can be can be in the place you are now. But that's your passion. When you are expressing your passion, the fourth step, when you are expressing your passion to the world, then the world can come to you. But if you let the fear be in front of you instead of your passion, for whatever fear there is, then you cannot express it to the world. So the story, the book is almost ending, and I think we don't need to do anything, but we can start. What we can start doing is expressing what you want to share with the world, your unique opportunities, your unique, the thing is what you're doing. Start expressing it to the world. And maybe in the last chapter, because I know you all, but I don't know, maybe there is somebody here who can help me with one of my challenges.
What is it?
No, I don't. That's just an example. I'm just saying something. Each of us, we can help each other with a challenge. And my challenge is, if you want to realize your dream, then I'm your dream coach. But maybe Nicole has another challenge, and for Gloria, you need to go to Gloria for water.
Yeah, we're hydrating the brain. You know, there's a book You know what? There's a book called Heal Your Brain, Heal Your Life, and it's by Daniel Amen, A-M-E-N, and he's the couch psychiatrist. This is so amazing for you that want to know more about the energy field and about keeping your brain supple and healthy. Because when our brain is healthy, everything else comes from it. And yeah, that's part of my coaching. But I just love you guys. You guys are just so committed. And we couldn't have this operation going on, Operation Excellent, if we didn't show up every Tuesday. And maybe you guys do something else. But I am just so thankful for this time to be sharing with all of you, you know, change agents. You guys are amazing change agents. This is awesome.
Another good book on the brain is called Why Isn't My Brain Working?
Yeah.
And don't ask me to say his last name because I can never pronounce it. But it's Dr. Dati something, some Indian name. But yeah, it's a very good book on the brain.
Yeah, I love it. Wonderful.
Sorry, Callie.
What's the name of the
There is a book. I'm reading a book right now, also Unlimited Power. Tony Robbins, Unlimited Power. And I mean, Tony Robbins is basically, you know, he's like the Bob Proctor, but then more he has some practical things and NLP, etc. So what I'm reading from Tony, Unlimited Power, it's exactly what we are taught in this Think and Grow Rich book. You see? So why am I reading it? I'm reading it because it's like, you know, it's continuing the program, reprogram your mind. And when I see other people doing it, then I'm saying, okay, this man can do it, and he has written a book about it, and then he can do it. And basically what he's saying, I only read the first 100 pages, but he's saying you can model. When you see somebody like Bob Proctor, etc., he has a model, he has a script. And Bob Proctor has just read this Science of Growing Rich, and he knows exactly what's happening. He knows all the patterns, and he has read a lot of other books about it. But what he has done is actually he has reprogrammed his mind, and the Tony Robbins is also telling you about modeling it, about what do you do when you encounter a bad situation, a negative situation. Immediately you should know, like, okay, this is a visual thing. The thought the second thing is a thought will be created in my mind, and if I don't control the thought, then the thought will go to my subconscious and bam. So those are three things: visual, thought, and then subconscious. So he's saying when you see a visual thing and which is negative, you know, somebody visually telling you something, or it can be also telling you something or seeing, showing you something. What you can do is just stop the program. This will not affect me. I'm in my dream. So this will not affect me. This visual thing will not affect me. And you can do it in your personal relationship, in your business relationship, whatever. So in summary, these people, they have a system that they control their mind. They care about their mind, basically. They don't let their mind be ruined or be mastered by other people or by situations.
Yeah. Wow.
So take care of your mind. Take care of your mind. Take care of your mind. That's what I wish you. I wish you take care of your mind. Your mind is very sacred.
Yeah, and that 19 minutes of with Earl Nightingale, if you guys 19 minutes, he said the mind is, you know, humans have the mind, but everything else you find in a pig or a horse. So it's a really good 19 minutes. So, yeah, just wanted to mention that about the mind. Everything else you find in a pig or horse. Use our mind. That's why we have it. It's the biggest tool that we have. Isn't that awesome?
It's like actually the only thing
That's
that
a
we
good
have
one.
control over.
That's right. It is. Yeah. Do a brainathon. Yeah. Oh,
Where
my
do you
goodness.
get 19 minutes from Nightingale, please?
It's just YouTube, 19 minutes with Earl Nightingale. Just Google 19 minutes with Earl Nightingale, YouTube.
Oh,
And
thank
when you listen to that, yeah. And then when you make out a little card, what he tells you to do, then you just do it. You know what? If we don't do it, if we don't take the first step, we don't get anywhere, right? So we have to see ourselves already there.
Thank you. I think I'm going to look for it on YouTube. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're so welcome. Anytime, whatever you like. I'm here. Just send me a message on Facebook.
Can I ask you, can I tell you something? Tonight, when I'm going to tell you a bedtime story. Before you go to bed, imagine you are already in your dream. Your feet are in bed, so you don't touch the feet. But imagine before you sleep tonight that you tomorrow will be in your dream. And when you close your eyes, you sink in, there is a possibility you can just go whoop to the black hole which is called your dream, but you can be between consciousness and your dream. There is a space between your dream where you don't recognize anything and being conscious. You can go there a while, but when you go in your dream, be sure that tomorrow when you wake up, when you touch the floor, you will be in your dream. So your bed, while you are in your bed, though, your dream is created around you. And tomorrow when you step on the floor, you will be in your dream.
Wow. Yeah. Well, you're already living your dreams.
Yes.
Because you're traveling. That's when you travel, is in your dreams. Did you know that? Because you're still thinking, and that's when you do your best soaring and traveling, is in your dreams.
And there is time traveling, and they used to tell us that time traveling is about time traveling to the future or to the past. But it is not. It is time traveling. It's traveling to the now. So you travel from where you are right now to your dream, which is also in the now. It's less than a second, but you have to travel to get there.
Yeah.
There is no
Everything
future
is
and no
about
past.
travel.
There is no future and no past.
Yeah. Isn't that awesome?
Tomorrow you will be in your dream when you touch the floor.
Yeah. Amen. Just be somebody who makes everybody feel like a somebody, right? Isn't that the way it is?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
I said, be somebody who makes everybody feel like a somebody.
Definitely.
Giving the impression of increase, even if it's just with your energy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Always loving. Yeah. How can I help today? That's all you do.
Yep.
Oh, it's just all so awesome, isn't it? I just love it.
Even if it's something small.
Yes.
So Nicole, I have something for you. I will share it with the group also with for you.
Thank you.
You have created a beautiful group that meets every week. What I wish for you, I don't know if this is for your wish, but this can be 1,000 times. 1,000 times that people meet every week, and you don't have to work anything. The only thing you have to do is show up. But I've seen that you can do it, and you bring you bring people together, and those people share their fears, their dreams, and their everything, and you transform people. So thank you very much for all the time you put in. But I wish that you can do this for the world.
Thank you, Rooney.
1,000 people.
I'll be letting the cat out of the bag very soon. What my goal is, what my purpose is.
I can hardly wait. Woo-hoo! That's great.
Thanks, Rooney.
It's only what you do that counts. It's not what you say or what you wish, right? It's only what you do that counts. Not great.
Well, thanks everyone.
If I have somebody who needs to be if I have somebody who needs to be transformed during a 3 months period, I will send them to you, Nicole.
Thank you, Rooney. And I'll put my best foot forward and help them.
Yeah, you are. You already are. You're already putting your best foot forward. You've already done it. Remember that.
There is not more than this. There can be more than this. This is the top, Nicole.
This is it now.
This is it. This is it.
From here, we just need the butterfly effect, and we just need to spread the word, from each of us.
Yeah.
Like the preacher in the book here.
Yeah, and we are. And we're all supporting the book. There's more, yeah. But you know what? There's, the seed, when you take a seed and it can be nightshade or it can be corn, but you're still planting a seed. And if you water it and nurture it, they both are going to come up. So when you've already planted that seed, Nicole, what your mission is, it's already like, it's like the bamboo tree. It takes 5 years to come out of the ground. But when it does, it shoots up so fast. It's so powerful. But it's already in the ground. So why does it take 5 years to sprout out of the ground? But then once it comes out, it just shoots like it's like a foot a day.
Yeah.
So why is that? Yeah.
It's a perfect illustration because, with your goal and with your purpose, you nurture it and nurture it and nurture it in the early stages, and it can be so trying and difficult, and you get so many obstacles. But then eventually it takes on a life of its own, and it pulls you. And that's why that is such an excellent illustration, because once it gets through the ground, there's no stopping it.
No, there's no stopping. And the fact is you just become the facilitator. You know what? That's your purpose. You can just let it happen on its own, because it's going to happen anyway. You can't stop a bamboo tree from growing. If you cut it down every time with a machete, it's still going to keep growing even more. So what's that all about, right? Not awesome.
I have a question, Nicole. I have a question for you. Why do you do this? What is your why? So why do you bring us together? Because I have a feeling that this is just a step. Okay, I can be wrong, but why? What is your why, Nicole? Why do you do this?
There's a message that needs to be told. There's a universal intelligence that wants us to recognize that it's there and can help us to have everything we want.
Yeah.
And the universal truth has chosen you to create this. Wow. You are a blessed woman. You are a blessed woman.
It's been a drive for a long time, but I've had a lot of personal obstacles to overcome, like extreme shyness, for one. How am I going to get a message out to people who I'm too scared to talk to? Well, that's cleared up.
You have done it.
Oh,
I've done that. So I'm ready. Look out.
Yes. It has chosen you.
Can I ask something else? It's Natalie here. So finally my baby is sleeping and I'm listening in here. So my other question for Nicole. Nicole, you're going to spotlight now, okay? So if I may help you, is there anything that's holding you back I knew that you said shyness and you go through that. Is there anything that unconsciously you know has been holding you back?
No, I'm actually on track. I'm right on track.
Okay. Because if there was something, if I could help you, I would have loved to help you. So,
Well, I'll keep that in mind because I'm no doubt going to come up against some big obstacles because I've got big things in mind. So
yeah, for sure. We all do. So, I'm very happy that you went through your shyness because I don't think you're shy.
I don't think either. Nicole, that goes also for me. If there is anything I can do for you, let me know.
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate that. I'm really grateful.
And Nicole, I don't know if you know, I'm going to be doing like a financial empowerment workshop for new moms in the US. And maybe one day you and I, we could collaborate on doing a workshop together for families, if you are open to that down the road.
Sure, I'm open to anything that gets this message out.
Yeah, because for me, it's financial empowerment. It's the mindset about money and stuff like that. So I really want to help, especially women who, when we have new babies, and it's hard on us already. So I really want them to be empowered because many of them don't feel empowered, and it's very unfortunate. But I really want to help them out.
Yeah, actually, I know a few other people who have that as a goal as well. So, teamwork.
Can I say something? I have one dream next to the Porsche. The Porsche is just material, but one of the dreams is I need to translate this material for kids. So if you are 11 years, for instance, 11 years, and you can read, then I think you should be able to know this. You should be able to learn this. So I don't know if it's a science of getting rich, or it is the book, or it can be a film or whatever, but you should know this right when you can read. You see? Because I think Jelly just got her bachelor, and that means that she's quite young. But if I was like 22 and then I would have read this, then I wouldn't be here right now. I would be somewhere else. You see? So I think that the children from 11 years old, they should know this material. So I'm thinking about that. It's not the first project I'm going to take, but I'm going to think about that. How can I get? My wish is that children know this, that they understand that their mind works like this. You see, because what we do with children is we teach them to just go to school, forget about your dreams. We don't teach them that they are the director in their heads, that they are the director of their movies. I have a nephew of 11, and I would love to have this book for him, but I cannot translate the book right now. But I would have created a program for children.
There's so many of us that want to do something for children. I bet we could all band together to do something. I think it needs to be in the form of a video game or something. Creating their own reality.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or we could have a series like Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Teaching the principles.
Great.
Children's books.
But I got my first diploma, meaning it secures my place in the university, but I didn't get the official diploma yet. It takes at least another two or 3 years. 2, I think.
Okay.
But first,
when you teach people, you also grow. You see, so when you teach, it is not my first motive for doing it, but I have realized, I've experienced that when you teach people, when you can teach something to let me put it this way. If you teach this book to other people, then you will grow more.
Yeah. Wow.
You will see it more. So
Yeah.
giving it to children will help the children, will help a new generation liberate themselves, but also it will help you because you will get a lot of questions and you will master it. The first chapter, like thought is the power. Thought is a power. I didn't understand that. I mean, how can you teach children that? You know, thought is power.
Yeah.
What you're thinking in your mind is not it's possible.
They already
tell
know
them
that if we get them young enough, it hasn't been, how do I put it, worked out of them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but they
just
have
tell
to
them
be
to
indoctrinated in the wrong
funny.
way. Well, I don't know if will become true one day because my husband makes videos. He makes videos, so maybe we can do a movie one day.
I'd be up for it.
Yeah, me too. Because I want my baby and his generation to know stuff like that, hands down.
Yeah.
For sure. That's why I do this. Yeah.
Guys, I have to go. I'm going to leave this open so you can keep chatting until you
I gotta
go
go too. Thanks for a good call, everyone.
Yeah, thanks everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.
See you guys next week.
So wonderful. Bye-bye.
Guys.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Thank you so much.